Welcome to the ZEDLEGAL Podcast, a platform which simplifies the law through discussions on court cases, legal principles, current legal issues, and my journey from law school and ZIALE to legal practice. Join me for practical insights on law, justice, rights, and the legal profession.
Welcome to the ZEDLEGAL Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Sibanda, Mr. BCB, your favorite lawyer. Today we're going to be discussing a simple question that many people think they know the answer to. What is law? A few years ago, I was sitting in a barber shop in one of our compounds getting a haircut. As the barber was cutting my hair, he started talking about the law. Of course, he didn't know I was a lawyer. Then he said something that made me laugh. He said, boss, law simu zako, law mudala vakumanga. The translation for this is, the law is not your friend. You can be arrested at any time, my guy. So the whole conversation was hilarious. But it also got me thinking. Many of us talk about the law every single day. We say things like, the law should deal with him, that's against the law, know your rights, take him to court, and so forth. We use the word law all the time. But if someone stopped us in the street and asked, what exactly is law? Many of us will struggle to answer. The question then becomes, is law simply about arrests? Is it about punishments? Is it about courts and judges? Or is there more to it than that? Well, today we're going to find out. You see, many people think the law is only about police officers, handcuffs, courtrooms, and prison cells. But that's only a small part of the picture. Think about it. When you buy a phone from a shop, the law is involved. When you board a bus, the law is involved. When you rent a house, start a business, sign a contract, get married, or even make a post online, the law is quietly operating in the background. Most of the time, nobody's being arrested. So, what exactly is law? Simply put, law is a system of rules that is recognized and enforced by the state. Or we can say the law is a set of rules that is enforceable and recognized by the state. There are many kind of rules. You've got rules at church, you've got family rules, you've got rules in a relationship, you've got school rules. But what makes the law unique is the fact that these rules are enforceable by the state. It is the aspect of the enforceability and the fact that they are recognized by the state that makes the law unique. These rules help regulate our conduct, protect our rights, resolve disputes, and maintain order in society. Without law, society would quickly descend into confusion because there would be no agreed way of determining what people can do, what they cannot do, and what happens when disagreements arise. Now, here's something interesting. Not every wrong leads to an arrest, and not every legal problem is a crime. In law, we generally distinguish between crimes and civil wrongs, which lawyers often call torts. A crime is considered a wrong against society, and a tort is a civil wrong against an individual. So, a crime is considered a wrong against society as a whole because society is affected, and therefore the state prosecutes the offender. You will note that on the charge sheet or an information, these are the documents which are used to start criminal proceedings. It uses the term the people. It would be, for example, if Chisinsi Banda is accused, it would be the people versus Chisinsi Banda. Why does it use the term the people? It uses the term the people because to represent society. In essence, it is more like you have wronged against the people of Zambia, and so the state is taking it upon on behalf of the people of Zambia to prosecute you. In criminal proceedings, the aim is usually to punish, to deter, and the protection of the public. Whereas, a tort, instead of seeking punishment, the injured person usually seeks compensation from the harm they have suffered. They just want something which can make them at least feel better. Yes, they've suffered, but instead of punishment, they want to be compensated most of the time through damages, which is money that you receive as compensation. Let us look at an interesting example. Suppose a lady slaps a gentleman during an argument and the gentleman suffers injuries. The state may decide that the conduct amounts to a criminal offense and would proceed to prosecute the person responsible. This would be the criminal aspect. But the gentleman may also have medical expenses, pain, suffering, or other losses. He may therefore bring a civil claim seeking compensation. That would be the tort aspect. So you see, from the same fact, it is possible to have both a crime and a tort. One legal process asks, should the person be punished? The other asks, should this person compensate the victim? And that is one of the many ways in which the law operates in our everyday lives. The next time you hear someone say the law should deal with him, remember that the law is much bigger than arrests and prisons. The law protects rights, the law resolves disputes, the law helps society function. And whether we realize it or not, the law affects all of us every single day. A great man once said, the law is the railway by which society functions. Thank you for listening to the ZEDLEGAL Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow, share, and join me next time as we continue some